What's going on, everybody, and welcome back into my home today. It's Mike again, and we're going to talk about one holster that can get more things done than probably any other holster out there. And that holster is going to be the Blackhawk Omnivore holster. Now, this is for people who want a retention style holster, whether it's for competition purposes, training purposes, or you need to have some form of retention because of some departmental policy or company policy for where you work. Now, generally, those of us are going to have to buy a specific holster for every single weapon system that we own. Now, if you're like me and you love the 1911 platforms, that becomes a problem when you also seem to like the Polymer platforms like this XDM Elite OSP here, which is pretty awesome, by the way. So anytime we get a new gun, we are typically going to end up buying a new holster. But a lot of this has been solved in way of this Blackhawk Omnivore. Now I want to show this to you and kind of get into this and show you how this mechanism works and why this holster, as long as you have one of the lights that it's comparable with, which is either a TLR1 or 2, TLR1HL, or a Surefire X300, you can put over 150 guns in this holster as long as you're using one of those two lights. I know, sounds interesting. Let's get up close to this thing and take a look at it. All right, let's jump into this Blackhawk Omnivore holster. We'll go over the outside here. So here you can see you have active thumb retention right there. There are two levels of that thumb. This is the tallest one. That is the one I like to go with. It is a polymer design, has a nice kind of rubberized outer coating on there, and you will get a belt loop style attachment with it. This has a different quick detach on it that does not come with the holster from the factory. Overall, a nice clean design, and you can see Streamlight TLR1HL, great lights, what I have used for years, and that locks right in until you activate that active retention and decide to draw. You can go effectively from your 1911 into your new striker-fired platform, even with suppressor height sights and an optic, because that all has been accounted for in this holster. So to give you guys a good look, right down in here, you will see that little button kind of going back and forth right by my fingertip right there. Now that is the retention mechanism that locks onto the outer back edge of the light as you holster that weapon. Now, once you do that, you are locked in for good until you activate that retention. So the ability to go from your 1911 to your favorite Polymer Springfield, all with the quick change of a fast detached light, is a very cool design. So let's go ahead and finish this up. Now, I don't know about you, but I like saving money, especially when I'm buying another 1911 or another holster to fit it with like that one. Or in the case of the XDM over here, it's got an optic on it, it's got a threaded barrel and that light. Like I said, as long as it's for a supported light, it is going to fit in this holster. It's going to provide you plenty of room for an optic. It's going to provide you plenty of room for a threaded barrel. And then obviously for those longer setups, like the 4.5 to 5-inch barrels. Now that is a very cool design. The way that it hooks in there, and then obviously having that thumb retention on there. So it is an active retention holster, which is generally what you are going to have to use if you're any kind of security guard, law enforcement, or say you want to attend some really cool high-speed training courses. Now, if you are like me and you like the steel stuff or aluminum stuff, and you like the polymer stuff, buying these things and then having to buy another $100+ holster for each of them is almost like adding insult to injury. So if I can get away with it and I'm able to carry a single holster and just go from weapon to weapon only by changing the light, that's definitely something that I'm going to do. Now, I have been using this one for quite some time. As you can see up close, all the marks in there from digging in. And I've got a lot of different guns in here, a lot of rounds for this, and thousands of draw strokes in this thing. It is holding up quite well, and this is the only one I've ever bought, and I have not had to replace it in about 2 years. I really hope you guys liked seeing this Blackhawk Omnivore holster, and if you like me and you need an Omnivore that'll eat your steel or aluminum and your polymer stuff, I really do think this thing is worth looking into, especially if you need something with retention on it. You guys get out there, have some fun, go attend some training if you can, and I will see you guys on the next one.